August edition of the Beloit Today show. I'm Beth Jacobson.
I'm Pam Lathrop.
And we are here at Aldridge Middle School today.
It's back to school.
It's already back to school. I don't really know Aldridge very well because I went to McNeil. I was a
Oh.
McNeil Lancer.
Oh, well, I'm not from Beloit, so can't comment.
Well, we are here and the halls are quiet with the exception of some people moving around school classrooms, it looks like.
Well, in another month, these halls are going to be buzzing with activity, and so that's kind of what our show is going to be focusing on today. So get your pencils out. You're going to want to start writing down some, school lists, back to school lists, and websites, and transit routes.
Exactly.
Beth will be talking to James Thompson about transit.
Yes, and then we'll have Melissa Badger from the school district on. She's on every year, and she always gives us the full scoop on everything that's happening.
Absolutely, everything you need to know about sending the kids back to school.
And if you want to squeeze in a little bit more fun in your summer, I'm going to interview Rick Barter about a new bike path map that is available for residents in the city. So if you're not sure where to ride, we now have a resource for you.
That's awesome. That's going to be fun. So stay tuned for the show.
Hi, I'm here on a city bus, and I'm here with James Thompson. He is a transit supervisor, and we're here to talk about transit and also back to school.
Correct. Back to school will start in September. The school starts, and we're excited about the riders coming back, the students coming back, picking up our ridership. Ridership in Beloit has been pretty good. It has increased over the last couple years. We hope that continues.
Sure. Now tell us about, I understand that some of the schools have changed their first bell. So how does that affect transit if we're bringing students to school?
Yes. Last few years, and we'll continue that this year, we've put extra buses out due to the ridership increase during our peak hours. And we'll do that again this year. We will have buses to go to each of the schools, the 3 intermediate schools, and that the buses will arrive at each school at the prescribed bell time for the school. So Aldridge bus will arrive at Aldridge 10 minutes prior to bell time. Same thing for McNeil and Cunningham.
So we've had to adjust our ridership times just a little bit to make sure the students can get to school on time.
Correct. Slightly.
Now at the high school, that's kind of status quo, right?
Yes.
So we'll keep it going the same. For students that ride the bus regularly, it's more cost effective to get is it a year pass for the school year?
We call it a semester pass. It covers half of the school year. You get those from the school. They're $85 for the semester.
So if you want to get that, you can get that at the high school, is that correct?
No, the middle school, I'm sorry, the 2 middle schools or intermediate schools, or you can get it at our transit office here on Willowbrook Road.
Sure, and we're here, and it's a wonderful location. There's staff here all day, so maybe you should get it before school starts in September. I also wanted to talk to you about, there's a bus that I see driving around that has signatures on it. Can you talk about that? I see it everywhere. It's so exciting.
Sure, it was the cancer bus. When the Cancer Center opened out on Lee Lane, they sponsored a bus. We had a company come in and wrap a bus for the opening, and we have people who designed the Cancer Center and cancer survivors to sign the bus. So the signatures are cancer survivors and people who were involved in the building of the Cancer Center that signed.
I love seeing that bus, and now that was the first time we have advertising on our bus, but that's the first time we've really fully wrapped one, right?
Correct.
I know Michelle, who also works out here, was really excited about that when that came. So we look forward to seeing what else you guys have in store for more advertisements, right?
Good. We look forward to having more people come to us for advertising.
Now, as far as the bus goes, is there anything else so ridership is up. Let's tell people, now you can connect. I know there's the Janesville connection, and then we also go to Blackhawk. Is that correct?
Yes. Blackhawk Tech took some programs away from the Janesville Center and moved it to Milton. Beloit, or students that are in Beloit, can connect with Janesville Transit that will connect to the Milton campus. So those programs, or the students that go to those programs, will still be able to attend school.
Yeah, and that's exciting for us because that's what we need. People to get to school, people to get to college. Now, there's some other things. You guys have adjusted over time. So I know that when the Cancer Care Center opened, you've adjusted a route to go there.
Yes.
So you really get people wherever they need to go in the community.
We try to, and the best way to do that is community feedback. If there's somewhere you need to go, let us know, and we'll try to deviate a route to meet your needs.
Sure. So the staff out here at Transit they're all very nice people, and if you have any questions or concerns about Transit, be sure to reach out to them and let them know. They are located out on Springbrook Road, and is there a phone number that they could call?
Yes, 364-2870, and you can also reach us through the website www.beloittransit.com, and we're open to feedback there. Also on the city's website you can provide feedback.
Sure. Well, James, thanks for being on our show.
Sure, thank you.
Melissa Badger is one of my favorite people to interview. She's with Community and School Relations, School District of Beloit, but you know everything about school.
Oh, I'm so ready. As a school district representative and as a parent, we are so ready for this.
Well, school is going to start soon. The date is?
September 2nd, so first day after Labor Day is that Tuesday.
Isn't that amazing
Welcome
how
back.
fast the summer goes?
Yes, very
It's just
fast.
like too much fun. But now it's going to be back to work, and you have a lot of fun things planned for next year, I know.
Oh, yeah.
As usual. Well, let's start in. So we already know that the first day of school is September 2nd, and you have some information about new bell schedules.
We do. One of the things that we're offering this year, and the reason for this change in the bell schedule, is we have expanded transportation. Before, you had to be strictly elementary through grade 5, and you had to live 2 miles or more from the school, your resident school. And now, by using a two-tier system, so kind of the same buses, they do a group of students, come back and take another group of students, we're able to expand it. So now we go all the way up to 8th grade. We're able to bus 8th graders. So 4th through 8th graders will be the 2-mile limit, but then the 4K through 3rd graders only have to live a mile
Oh,
or
that's
more from the
nice.
school. So we're able to bus so many more students and save money, hundreds of thousands of dollars by doing this tier. But the only thing is we had to change the bell schedules just a little bit. So I really encourage people to go to our website and check them out. They start a little bit later and end a little bit later.
Yeah, it's kind of like too much for us to go through on camera because there are a lot of different schools. But we will have that website up on camera, so you
Perfect.
can just go check it out. Tell us about registration.
Sure.
That should be coming up soon.
Absolutely. And I would say no matter what, every child should be enrolled before even the registration process. But the registration is for our intermediate schools and high school. So that's when you find out your schedules, your classes, the lockers, you find out your locker accommodation, get a chance to explore a little bit, and pay fees, of course. If you're elementary age, you just do that at your back to school nights, and we have that again. All those are listed on there, but I'll tell you, registration dates are coming up soon,
Absolutely.
mid-August. So really check out those dates and make sure you head down there.
Have the school districts changed, or did we do that
Yes.
last year and everything's still the same?
Well, actually, we have half the same, half different.
We've had a lot of construction going on.
Oh my
this
gosh,
summer.
it's been so exciting, and what's great is that all the renovations and additions are done at the K4 through 3 schools. So we have all of our 4K classes in those buildings, so those are the same, but we've changed things up a little bit at the intermediate school level. Cunningham, which is done just in time for school, have everything fixed up, that is now 3 times the size it was before.
Oh my goodness.
So that's going to no longer be a 4 through 5 school, it's a 4 through 8 school. So we'll have to look out for registration dates. And then McNeil, which is good, it was a big school already, is no longer middle school, it's 4 through 8 as well. So we'll have 2 4 through 8 schools.
Okay.
So only on the west side. We're not quite ready because Fruzen School is still under beginning stages of construction. That'll happen the next year.
Okay. And Aldrich, which is where we
Mm-hmm.
are today, remains the same.
Right, 6 through 8.
Okay. And as you can tell, we're in a science classroom, which is, it's kind of creepy, but in a very interesting educational way. I mean, there's an eyeball right there.
I'm hoping that's plastic. It looks plastic. I see some other bugs and things in there.
Yeah, the school district has lots to offer the
Yes.
children, and with these new schools and the expansions, there's going to be even more programs and more opportunities for the children.
Oh.
Which it's just amazing.
It's just incredible. And we have some Project Lead the Way classrooms, like I saw the one being done at Cunningham, and they have amazing equipment for the students to use. But also here at Aldrich, we have some new classes as well. So you're talking like special science classes and computers and things. It's just absolutely amazing.
It's very
So
exciting.
Lots to do.
So when the kids are getting their schedules, it's going to be an exciting time for them. Um, and you have some back-to-school nights listed here.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Let's
And
talk about that.
the back-to-school nights are usually a chance for parents to kind of come in and explore as well and pay their fees and things. One thing I do want to mention, though, is that they won't have to worry about lunch fees this year. This is the first year we're going to offer universal lunch for all students in all schools,
All
for
student-
K through 12.
Oh, that's amazing to me.
Yes.
How many students are there?
Oh gosh, we have about 7,100, over 7,100 students. So we're offering it. I don't know if everybody will take it, but and we'll still offer a la carte items. I know some of the older kids like to get the extra Gatorade or such, those snack items. So we'll still have online payment for parents that want to put some extra money on their kids' card for that.
Well, you also have free breakfast for
Yes.
students. And how do people sign up for these?
Oh, they don't have to sign in. They just come in, and then generally after the first week or two, the staff usually has an idea of how many to have available. But there's no sign up required. They just come in and take advantage of it.
That's amazing. And that's funded through special grants? And
Yeah, it's a federal program. They actually give us
Federal program.
a community provision. Since we have students on free and reduced lunch, then they just let you offer it for everybody.
that's a great opportunity for
Yes.
parents and students.
Very important to have good nutrition.
Yeah, I think so. I think the students will pay better attention and
Yes.
they'll be more alert. And that's great.
Yes.
So it's another way that the school district works with families and works with parents to, make students successful.
Absolutely, whatever we can do.
Yes. Well, do you have anything else to tell us about while we have you here on camera?
Just one other thing, if parents need help with school supplies, they could definitely contact their child's school about a week or two out ahead of time. We have a lot of generous sponsors that bring us things, so just stop by and inquire.
Okay, and also the school supply lists are online. So
Yes.
again, just check out that website.
Yep,
right?
absolutely. And of course, call us if they have any questions.
Okay, thanks so much, Melissa.
Yes, thank
have
you
a
for
great
having
school
me.
year.
Thank you. You too.
Hi, I'm here today with two of my friends from the State Line Spinners. We have Rick Barter and Carl Lang. We're here today to talk about a new couple books, brochures on bike paths that that actually the Spinners were able to put together. And today we're standing on the Steve Gregg bike path, which is very fitting for our interview today. So let's talk about how this all got started to make a bike path.
Well, we, because we're bicycling together in the whole areas around here, and we pretty much always start here in Beloit. And we're very familiar with get real familiar with the roads, and Rick would always have to come up with a new map every time, so we thought, let's actually start putting these together and getting them kind of set. And then we get to know the mileages and, know the best directions and what's the...
Sure, cyclists and runners are used to driving their route, right?
Yeah, so this one gives us lots of routes.
So you're taking the work out of it.
Well, in a way, Beth, but this book really is for people other than us. We know these roads. These
Sure.
are for people coming into Beloit or that live here that don't know the routes. And so a lot of us know them so well that they're ingrained in us. So this is really a legacy book. It's probably going to have to be redone in about 3 to 5 years because there'll be new paths
Sure.
and roads and the like. But there are 33 routes in the coil-bound book. They are downloadable to your device, your
Yes.
smartphone or iPhone.
So you have like a QR code on
There's
there?
a QR code, correct, and the maps, the coil-bound book, not quite a coffee table, collector's item, but close to it. There are the routes in here, and then the maps that you can download to your device. And you can make copies from this book of the maps. There's cue sheets.
Well, and what I understand is that you guys have a brilliant idea. These are free, and these are for people that want to purchase one.
That's correct. There's only 10 routes on that, but again, you can download all 33 routes, including those 10 routes, from the internet on the State Line Spinners website, which is www.statelinespinners.com.
Sure, so what you've done here is that it's not really to make money. What you've done here is you really want people to be aware about biking and know that there's plenty of routes here.
Right, and we've gone, we know which ones to kind of avoid for heavy traffic and stuff like
Sure,
that.
gravel
And what
or-
makes sense, what's logical ways of getting out of town.
Now, Rick, I know this has been kind of your pet project for a while, so how did you get this started? I mean, who paid for this?
Well, we got a grant from VisitBeloit and the State Line Community Foundation, and we asked them, we showed them a similar book that was prepared for Madison and by a cartographer that I met at a conference. And so I presented this to State Line Community Foundation and Visit Beloit, and they said that you got to do a grant request. So we went to Voluntary Action Center. Lynette Newton did a beautiful job on the grant, and we got about $7,000 cost to cover the cost of the printing, the cartographer, other costs, and when we sell this, the money will go back to Visit Beloit for the next project.
That's amazing. And for people that don't maybe ride as often as you guys, could you talk about what a cue sheet is? You know, there's the map, so there's the map you can look at and kind of ingrain in your head. But when you're riding, sometimes you know there's curves in the road and you're not sure where you are. So it's not just the map.
Right. So initially we do have the map, so you can see where you're going. But then the cue sheets, there'll be a little narrative about the route. So the high points and stuff, and then actually there'll be a cue sheet will say the left, right, and what mileage you're at, and notes of stay on the trail and stuff like that.
Sure. So this is really the key to it all, to know where to go, because I know, well, I can speak from experience, we've both been lost, right?
Absolutely. That's kind of the fun of it, but if it's raining or it's cold and you're wet and tired, it's no fun, but
that's right.
And then we have one on the back that shows all the different routes.
Yeah,
so you can get a perspective of here's all the ones close to town.
This isn't hard. This is hard to see, but we can zoom in on it. But what happens is that if you're at the center of Beloit, what they've done with these routes is it's everywhere. So no matter where you live, you can find a route. I see the distances are.
Yes, we have some
one's a little
ones
far.
way out here. New Glarus and Lake Geneva, but those are for.
You might want to try the shorter routes
Yes.
before you're heading up to
exactly.
New Glarus. I've heard
most
some
of them are
horror stories about the hills out there, but anyways, this is a great idea, guys. Is there anything else you want to remind people about when they ride in Beloit? Maybe wear your helmet, maybe some safety precautions.
Well, we also have a wonderful bike shop in Beloit. Beloit Bicycle Company, right downtown on 110 West Grand Avenue. And he was very cooperative. You can buy these books at his shop. You can buy the books at Vision Beloit. And
they sell new and used bikes there. So if you're just getting into biking, you don't have to invest the thousands of dollars you hear about.
And if you want to join the State Line Spinners and get our weekly newsletter, I call it the Weekly Epistle, you can go to the website and then sign up for the newsletter, and it tells you about the rides. Last Tuesday, we had 30 riders participate at all levels, not just spandex type riders. We had rec riders and everything else. And our motto is, no rider is left behind.
And that's fantastic for people that ride. And when you ride, make sure that you wear your helmet and you watch out for traffic use signals.
Yes, exactly. Carl has been very good about reminding us.
And
bike police.
Yes, well, and we work with new riders in terms of understanding the dynamics of group riding, which is a little foreign for a lot of people when they first start off.
Well, you guys, this is a great idea, and we'll put the website on the screen, and so hopefully the people that are engaged in cycling or new to cycling can become part of your group.
Fantastic. It's free. There's no sign up or anything.
No sign up, there's no club. It's just people that like to ride.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, I'm Linda from Visit Beloit, and I wanted to introduce you to our latest staff member, Shelby the Turtle. Shelby just came back from the Galapagos Islands, and most of you know Snappy from the Beloit Snappers. Shelby is Snappy's little sister, and she is going to be attending Beloit College this fall. Right, Shelby? Are you excited? Yeah, that's great. Well, Shelby, she really likes to, since she's been back here, she really likes to kayak on the Turtle Creek. She loves hanging out at the Turtle Creek bookstore. She has ball cheering on the Snappers, and she also plays slow pitch softball. So Shelby, welcome to Visit Beloit. Shelby will be hanging out with the Go-To crew at a lot of different events this summer. Some of the events we have every Saturday morning, Farmers Market is from 8 a.m. till 1 p.m. We have Music and More at Harry's Place on Friday nights at 7 p.m. down on the riverfront. And of course, dancing at Harry's Place on Monday nights. Have you been down to dancing at Harry's Place yet? Is it fun, Shelby? Yeah, all right. Good dancing, Shelby. And we have the Beloit Snappers game, so you can go out and hang out with your brother, right? Yeah, that's always fun, isn't it? A lot of home games this year. The Snappers are really having a great year. They're having a lot of fun. The South Beloit Corn Boil is August 23rd at the South Beloit Park from 11 till 5. Fridays in the park, of course. Fridays downtown Beloit from 11:30 a.m. till 1:30 p.m. and you can get lunch, and they have free music. Lunch and a beverage is only $6 and it's from a local establishment, so it's a lot of fun to go and hang out and relax on your lunch hour. And of course, Beckman Mill is having their Classics in the Country, August 24th at 3 p.m. Turtle Creek Chamber Orchestra will be there. And Shelby, have you been around town checking out all the doors that are around town? Yeah, it makes for a really fun scavenger hunt, so you can stop by VisitBeloit's office or the Welcome Center or Cornelius Superstore, and there are actually brochures all over town to get a brochure and go on a scavenger hunt and just have some fun in town and see what all the local artists have done. So Shelby, are you going to be at a bunch of events so that you can visit with everybody? All right, well, we'll see you there. Thank you.
Well, that wraps up our Beloit Today show.
Yes, but we had to have a special guest
We
on.
do have a special guest with us. This is Dave Davenutson. He's normally behind the camera, but he is the director of Beloit Access Television, and he's also a broadcast professor at Beloit College, and this is his last show with us.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dave?
Well, it's been a fun ride. It started about 10 years ago, I think. And,
think so.
And we came up with that idea of just sharing all this information with the people, and it's kind of grown into a pretty cool show.
And Dave, what you don't know is Dave and his staff, they follow Pam and I around town, and we just have the easy part. We just have to stand there, but they're lugging cameras and water, and every time we film, there's a train that goes through.
Yeah.
And so we've had a lot of fun, but Dave's the brains.
Well, we could write a book on all the things that went wrong during the show over the years, but there's been more good than bad, that's for sure.
I think so. Thank goodness for retakes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I think we've had a chance to introduce the people to an awful lot of elements of the city government that they wouldn't know about. We've been behind the scenes from the sewage disposal plants to the big office on 4th floor.
I've heard you've been on the roof of buildings.
Yep. We've been on the roof of the buildings at the college and City Hall, and underground in the sewers.
And that's really what public access is about, is getting information out to our residents about what's happening in Beloit.
I'd say Dave's been very patient
Yes.
about it and has come up with a lot of good creative ideas too.
Yeah, it's been fun. It really has. But from started with Carl Balson doing a city show, and then Steve and I and you went together and started this next chapter, going from VHS tapes to all digital now.
That's right. And
Time for me to get out.
what a perfect location here on the Steve
Yeah.
Gregg bike path. I know that when I came in, I started watching videos, and I'm just not as funny as he is. Well, we wish you the best of luck in
Thank you.
retirement, and I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
see you around because we see you everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, so Beloit's my home, and I plan to stay here.
That's awesome. Thanks so much for all that you've done for us and all that you've done for Access Television.
Thanks.
And that wraps up our August edition of Beloit Today. So make sure to check out all the websites we had, and if you see Dave, make sure you give him a handshake.